And we're done and loading. And we are live, friends, foes, and familiars. Hello, I am Dragons and Cats, and welcome to Dragons Brew D&D, where we play some a very long-running campaign of of over 3 years now. This is insane. Is it 3 years or 3 years or 2 years? 3 years. 3 years. Yeah. We're at episode 105, Reflections, a Belvin Sidestory, part 3 of our, quote, one-shot that was to tell the tale of Belvin Serpenthelm and his quest to destroy the Black Razor weapons and to revive Sir Istival's soul from its clutches. The party, Belvin had gathered some allies in the form of a Cleric of Life, Minerva. Would you like to introduce yourself? As I do, the stupid, as I go on a tangent. Lathander, wasn't it? Yeah. Is the stream quiet? Ooh, here we go. Ooh. Yeah, okay, interesting. Oh, desktop audio isn't even coming through at all. Is desktop audio not even coming through at all? That's interesting. What? Oh no.
Yeah.
We want them to know.
I'd say it's probably...
There it is.
Need to change the device setting?
Shit.
Oh, good.
Yep, got it done now.
Yeah.
For some reason, it just wasn't on the right thing.
So let me go back to the start. This is take 2.
That's right, now you've had a warm-up.
Yeah. I wish I went through it more. Hi, I'm Viridian Knight. I play Minerva Mifhelm, who is a cleric of Lathander. She is also a member of the Order of the Gauntlet. And that's kind of how she knows Belvin. And she's just... Part of her doesn't want to help Belvin because technically he went against the Order of the Gauntlet and killed one of their
Generals.
one of their generals. But she does feel an obligation, whilst they're not of the same faith. There is an obligation to help him. So that is how she ended up in this whole mess.
Fair enough. Thank you so much. And next up, we have Boneweaver. Who are you playing tonight, and what happened? How did your character come into this story?
Well, I'm Luke, playing Iron, the Armorsmith Artificer, a Warforged Armorsmith Artificer. And he got hired by Belvin, who needed a bit extra muscle to protect him when he was performing this ritual he thought he would have to do to release Sir Istival's soul.
And so you battled with Belvin side by side, and along with another ranger by the name of Blight, who is played by Probod, but Probod is not here tonight, so I'll be piloting the dead Blight. And as the party gathered together and rode north towards the Mirror of
We
Death.
do Belvin?
We're getting there.
Okay.
No.
We're getting there. rode to the old burnt-out roadhouse, which Belvin had been to 2 years ago, in which they re-met Kush. Kush is a older, scarred man in bronze and white half-plate armor with a frosted greatsword. Gave some news to Belvin about his sister, Talus, who's apparently become some kind of demonic, draconic fiend creature. As the ritual of blood scales has been perfected. Now, Belvin then led the group into the Mare of Dead Men, coming across the ruins of Castle Neartier, surrounded by zombie lizard folks. And as the party rushed in and fought their way through, he came across an old nemesis, the person that killed him, Near Blade Lord, who was originally Delorn Borngrey, a elven cultist of the Cult of the Dragon, who was killed by the party in the depths of Castle Neartier. Belvin gathered his remains and brought them up, out of the bog, in which their party then followed with a long rest. After they rested, they made their way through the swamp, about half a day's trek, following Blight's path, until they reached the ruins of Varagamantha. The dragon then, Belvin then approached the dragon, and Sandstorm, my kitten, just decides to scratch at things at the most appropriate time. And after an intense battle, the dragon held Belvin underwater. What happened then, Belvin?
Belvin ended up striking the final blow against Fragmantha during that time. And then made our way through the large dragon scale doors into what looked like a pit of acid to throw the weapons in and then begin casting a ritual. But some stuff happened.
Yes, indeed it did, because when we last left our session, let's just get to something a little bit more oomph. At the end of last session, suddenly, as Belvin had set the weapons adrift, the acid rippled across the lake. The flaked and shattered pieces of the weapon then begin to rise out of the acid again. The dragon's skull that sat at the northernmost part of the lake began to shatter and was absorbed, basically struck into the acid water towards these rising remains of the weapon. And a dark void began to emit into the air as this essence of dark energy began to stitch together the scales and molded together the bone, fusing around this essence, this smog, until it quickly filled the air, making it a tangible form of sharp, pointed leather armor. My kitten's just going ham over there. This ancient bile of destruction begins to form and menace as the remains of the Black Razor has taken full form into the fiendish Black Razor armor, to which a draconic exhale was exerted out as the faceplate opened up to reveal a terrifying maw. Its two front horns curled forward and up, whereas two more sweep back. Its elongated 15-foot long tail with tail blade lashed out and around and went straight towards Belvin's throat, wrapped around it and lifted Belvin up and dragged him over towards him, to which the dark purple pin pins of light shine towards Belvin as he growled. I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
I keep wanting to click McCaff. Like, I keep seeing McCaff's character sheet there, and I'm just like,
Soon.
I didn't click the thing. I didn't click the thing.
Okay.
Oh no.
I didn't click the thing.
Oh, good. I'll help you out with this. Just this
I don't know where I am.
Okay. Can you
Right
see
here.
your character?
Yes.
There you are.
I was like in the top, like, left corner for some reason. This is up in space. Granted,
Stuck in the wall.
I'm stuck in the wall.
Alright. So we got that. Belvin, Iron. Okay. Alright. Good descending order. Let's bring it up so that chat can see. First we'll get a real good zoom in on Belvin faces. As you can see, this draconic, this fiendish draconic armor stands on top of the lake of acid, its tail wrapped around Belvin's neck as it roars and growls at him. Now we've got that there. I'm going to pop that back up. And we're just going to go first up for Blight. And I just got to bring Blight's character sheet up. And first off, Blight's going to be like, and because she can't see. So she's going to...
No, I didn't.
We had some torches out. I'm
Yeah,
sure we
there's
did.
torches, but she doesn't have dark vision.
Yeah, but she can see torches though.
She can see torches. So she's going to use her oath bow. You hear her mutter into it while also casting Hunter's Mark. And she releases 2 arrows. The first one pings into the shoulder of the creature, but then draws its head slowly towards the rest of the party. And the other one is caught midair by it and crushed. And I didn't do the thing. There we go. Should have had this done previously. Why is this doing this now? Okay, there we go. Perfect. What is that for? Let's say 14. Alright, and at the end, and as that is Blight's turn. Yeah, I'm just going to turn the music up just a little bit. There we go. Alright. As that comes to the end of Blight's turn, Black Razor Belvin is going to use a legendary action. And you see, along with Belvin, leaps off to the side, up onto a ledge. This ledge is 10 feet up. And it moves with such haste. You don't even think a quick slash, your fastest attempts to hit it, would be able to connect. Belvin, your turn. You are suffocating. You have 5 rounds left until you know you're probably going to run out there and die.
Cool. Well, I'm just going to attempt to break out of this. What is it again? Restraint? Being restrained?
Yes,
That's
you
right.
are currently restrained.
I'm going to attempt to break out of it.
Alright, so just as a reminder, you can make a strength check.
Mm-hmm.
So roll the dice. Tell me what you get.
Oof. I got an 8.
Unfortunately, against a 28, you are still restrained, and again, you lose another round worth of air.
Sick. That's my turn.
Yeah. You also take, as the draconic plates of the creature are wrapping around your neck, you take 2 points of slashing damage.
No, you can't use a bonus action?
For what?
I don't know. Where do you go?
There.
Nah.
He's not Casimir. He doesn't magic his way out of things.
It's a paladin. What do you mean he doesn't?
No, the magic is to help the go boom, not the. That's the end of Belvin's turn. Unless you want to do anything else.
I mean, there's literally nothing else I can do, so.
Okay. Iron, your move.
Alright. I'm gonna fly. I got 40-foot speed with Long Strider on still, because it lasts an hour.
Mm-hmm.
How high up is the ledge, by the way?
10 feet up.
Okay. So I have my boots of flying, so I can still... I can be 10 foot up there.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna hold up my hand with the Gauntlet of Thunder and Lightning and fire a lightning bolt.
Oh, heck yeah!
Just straight down this way.
As that lightning bolt goes out, you
So
crack.
it has to make... Oh, you go.
Yeah.
You go.
As you send this lightning going out, cracking your knuckles together or what have you, lightning goes shooting out. Dexterity save, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
It's gotta beat... Because this is for the staff, not my modifier. It's a DC 17.
Okay, on a 15, it fails.
Okay, 96 lightning damage.
96, roll on.
Oof, that's a lot of ones. 23.
So that's 23. The electricity crackles through it. And it kind of just staggers back a little bit. Look, again, its head turns from the focus of Belvin and goes... and looks towards you.
Alright, and that is my turn.
Alright, its turn. It reels Belvin in directly in front of it as a shield blocking the way between the two of you. And as Belvin is brought in towards it, you see Belvin, the black razor armor, draws its claws back and just scraping up into your chest plate, sends its ebony claws deep into your armor with 4 attacks.
Jesus. Nope.
Natural 1 bounces off your shield that you've put in place. On a 15, it's not going to hit. 17, not going to hit. On a 29, though, you take 18 slashing and 16 acid. And on 18, still not going to hit.
You mean an 18 and a 6, not 16.
Yeah.
Calm your farm.
18 slashing plus 6 acid.
Yes.
Oh, my mistake. Sorry.
As I said, calm your farm.
My farm has been cut.
He's trying to farm your organs.
It truly is. And so as it's trying to claw in, it then uses its tail as a bonus action. Let's see. I need to do a measure. Yep. With, as you're still wrapped around in the tail, the long 15-foot tail still has enough reach to slash out towards good old Iron. On a 27.
So what's he doing?
the tail blade. So at the end of the tail, there's a very long, sharp blade. It has a 15-foot reach.
Even with Belvin wrapped up?
Even with Belvin wrapped up.
And the extra weight of holding Belvin?
You see, it's like nothing to this creature. You see, the tail of this creature is wider than your torso.
Okay.
Incredibly muscled, scaled, and backed up with armor plating and some kind of malice behind it.
Okay, so what's that? 20. So I take 22 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. Minerva.
How far away am I? Okay. I keep clicking my calf.
I'm sorry.
Why'd I have to name both my characters with M? So sorry, have we had a long rest between?
Nope.
In
No.
fact,
No. Okay.
we didn't have any rest, did we? Just one from one fight and then down the stairs into here.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even remember this going through the doors. I was so drunk last time.
You were a full bottle of rosé and a half down, I think.
So now I'm just like, fuck. What do I do? What do I do? God, what do I do? All my spells are healing.
I mean, Belvin could use some healing, that's for sure. Although, you might need to heal his lungs full of air.
Yeah. I don't know if healing him would do anything at this point in time. And I don't want to run up and attack him with my sword. I guess I've got them. I'm gonna move. How far is 30? Yeah. I'll move.
Mm-hmm.
I'll move 30 feet. And then I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Nice.
Which is in the. Oh, how? I kind of have to read my spells. What?
And what is the weapon?
The weapon is an axe. And I'll cast it at 5th level.
Yep. So you summon the axe as it raises up into the air, created from this light source.
Oh god, that is terrible. Oh god, I don't even know if I had any inspiration on Minerva. Did I write?
You did, but
yeah.
you used it last week.
I did use it last week. Can I have another just because I showed up tonight?
You can give me 10 hit points.
10 hit points in exchange
Yes.
for a reroll. Ooh. What am I on?
Just want to point out there's no benefit for casting it at 5th over 4th because it goes up every 2 levels.
Yeah, but I have one
One.
4th level left.
Oh, and you got 2 5th levels?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just thought I might as well.
No, that's fine.
It's a good idea.
Just making sure.
Resource management 101. Doing a good job.
Sure, I'm at full health. I'll give you 10 hit points for a reroll.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. What is that? Do I just re-roll the whole thing?
Yeah. So
Cool.
just click on the spell again. And go 5th level.
Cool.
Whoa, and a 24! As the axe is curling slash into the tail. Tell me what happens as you extend some of your own life essence into the attack.
I don't know. Oh god. I don't really know. I don't know how a magical axe would be like super cool. It would just swing like an axe.
Alright, it swings like an axe and leaves an incredible divine radiant cut into the armor as it slashes on through.
But I'm not done because I'm gonna use a guiding bolt.
Yeah. Cast away.
But I'm just at 2nd level.
Second one. Very good.
Because I'm trying to spread out my spells. Because if anyone needs healing,
Hate that cleric life.
I'm trying to fight, but if you guys die.
And unfortunately, on the guiding bolt, it's enough for it to step to the side as it raises up its arm and basically deflect the guiding bolt.
For a second, I completely forgot that D&D can, weapons can miss, so I was about to get real pissed, and I was like, I've played D&D for...
Roleplay.
No, I've played D&D for 6 years now, and I don't like D&D. Stupid game draws me in.
On Kush's turn, he takes flight as his cultist uniform, its wing-like segments spread forward. He takes off into the air and lands on the other side of the ledge next to the Black Razor army. He's going to take 2 strikes with his greatsword. And he's going to miss both times. Actually, it clangs off against the sharp spiked armor, and the sharp serrated armor just causes it to deflect, like when Batman goes up against the ninjas. And at the end of his turn, Black Razor Belvin is going to take a leap action with Belvin in tow.
If Belvin's within 5 feet of me, can I try and grab onto him?
You can. So, make. You tell me what check's appropriate here. Do you want to go with dexterity or athletics?
Athletics, I think.
Okay.
Just grab out and grab onto the tail as he gets pulled past.
Okay.
Or even if Belvin gets pulled past, I'll just grab onto Belvin directly.
Yep. So if you grab onto Belvin directly, that will give him advantage on his check to get out next turn.
Okay, I'm helping him. And I'm guessing this is a reaction.
Yes.
Okay.
Top of the round, you do get that reaction back, though. You're able
T2.
to grab onto him. However, you do take 2 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Is that going correct? Strange.
1d4 plus 0.
They should be rolling 2d6.
Oh. Well, it's 1d4 plus 0 at the moment.
Yeah, that's fine. So you take 2 points of slashing damage. So be happy about that.
Yes.
All right, Blight's turn. So Blight is going to, again, she's going to, she can see the light, which is she's very happy about. So she's going to duck and weave over to here, and she is going to use her bow again to make 2 shots. Both of them, unfortunately, deflect off the armor of the Black Razor armor, which is now standing in the acid. Its feet have descended into the bubbling pools of acid.
I just moved myself to the next Belvin.
Yeah, all good. Belvin's turn.
Let's try it one more time.
And you get advantage because I'm helping.
Yeah, you do have advantage now because Iron's helping.
Ugh, terrible.
Do I get my reaction back now?
Top of the round, you do, yeah?
Okay. Wait, is this a contested check to break out?
Yes.
Okay. Is it athletics or strength?
Yeah, it's actually athletics.
Oh,
Yeah, what did you... Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
a strength check. It is a strength check.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're
Let's go.
physically...
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
So yeah, it is contested. So
So I got a 16.
you rolled a 31. Actually, no, it's strength check. That's a tail attack. 23.
Sounds
your
good.
reaction?
That's my turn.
No, that's fine. Can't.
You lose another round, so you have 3 left.
I only have a +4 modifier as well.
Oh, well, I was wrong then. I thought it was plus
So-
5.
No, it's only 4.
You have 2 rounds left to get out.
Yep.
Okay, Iron, your turn.
I am going to cast haste on myself. And then, as my attack, can I try and break Belvin out?
You can.
Okay.
Make a strength check.
Athletics or strength?
Strength.
And I can use intelligence for my strength rolls because of my
Armor.
armor. Yes, the armor of magical strength. What the fuck? 26. I actually can't beat that. I don't think. That's some bullshit.
As you try to pry Belvin out of the armor's tail, it has nearly, this small compact creature nearly has all the strength of the dragon you just fought upstairs. It is compact, light, but heavy at the same time. It is dense.
Okay. As my bonus action, I'm going to restore my 10 hit points. My guardian feature.
Okay.
So I get 14 10 hit points back.
Alright.
And I'll just stand in front of Belvin as much as I can. Sort of block. Yeah, so he can't just like get attacked from the front.
So you see the. First of all, you're going to take 1d4 slashing damage as
Okay.
you make contact with the tail. Then you see it copies you in a way as its scales begin to ramp up and begin to exert some form of heat as it begins to shimmer a little bit as well, similar to the haste that you just cast.
Ooh.
And on the end of its turn, well, it's going to use the extra action it now has to send a claw straight into you
Okay.
on a 20.
Will not hit.
It does not, as it scrapes against it. It's flying past. And as its bonus action, the tail blade does flail around and try to slash towards you. But a 19 again. There's sparks flying in the dark chamber. I don't even know if Belvin still has the torch or not. At this point in time.
I don't know. If you thought he would have dropped it when he would have had the thing, I'd say he probably did. So it's probably
It's just on the ground, like right here.
that's probably over here somewhere.
Yeah, we'll say it's okay. There's enough that go around. Alright, Minerva, your turn.
Okay. So, because there's a limited range I can move.
The spell.
30 feet.
Pun?
30 feet you can move spiritual weapon.
Oh, 30 feet?
20 feet.
Is it 20?
But it still
And it
has,
has a 5-foot reach.
still has a 5
so
foot range. So it will still be in range.
Will it?
Yeah. It's a large
Okay.
creature, so it takes up 4 squares.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, so yeah, I'll move my spiritual weapon. Is that mine to move, or is that for you to move?
I can move that, but I can also give you privilege.
Nah, I'm lazy.
Okay.
So yeah, take another swing.
Alright, swing away.
at 5th level.
Hmm?
Still 5th level.
Yeah.
What the hell?
You're not lucky. No, tonight at least.
It's all right.
No.
I know the feeling for tonight. It's okay.
We used all our good luck last time.
You still do have your main action left, and you do have your
I was
sword.
too drunk to remember last time. I don't even think I did well. I guess. Fuck it. I'm gonna go for it with my sword.
Yeah, coming out with that long sword flame tongue lit up. Lights on fire.
Yeah, at least we don't need a torch now.
Yeah.
Don't need a torch.
Don't need to touch. So I'll just move here. And
Attack away.
I guess two-handed.
Nice.
On a 22, it shimmers and as its haste spell gives it that +2. to
Oh, okay, yep.
defense, And
Yep.
causes it to miss. And
Oh, it causes it to miss.
yeah.
Yeah, it gets extra armor from haste.
It would have, but it's just moving so fast.
No,
it's like-
don't tell me it would have.
It doesn't hit. Fair, I deserve it. Next up, it's Kush. As Kush comes flying over, can't get too far in, but he is going to hold out that orb again and point it directly at the armor. As it
But does he have the good kush?
We're
about to find out.
Hey! Oh no!
Wait.
I'm gonna say on a natural one, he drops the orb and it goes tink tink tink, rolling on the ground as he just fumbles with it as it's gone so cold.
He is not the good Kush.
It is not the good Kush. It's the $2 store.
It's got the $2 store.
I love that. I love that vine.
Blight's turn. Blight's going to take another 2 shots going in. My god, what is going on tonight?
I wish I had a shot.
That's fair. 2 more rolls. 23 misses. 20 misses, unfortunately. Next up, Belvin. 2 rounds left, buddy.
Like, we're gonna be able to save him.
We're about to find out.
Sorry, Brad, but like...
Tell me how you break it out.
Yes.
Finally able to, he finally gets like a finger in between the tail and in between his neck, and he finally gets his whole hand in, and just one full sweep just pulls out and then drops.
That drop.
And then
The tail,
Son of
like
bitch.
like a massive snake, just now whips and curls around like a wild, electrified wire, just going crazy.
And Belvin will just kind of turn around, unsheath his sword. Actually, not quite yet. He's gonna pull out a healing potion. Drink a quick healing potion. Oh man, all I've put down is healing potions. I don't know which one it was.
Are they just regular healing potions?
Just regular healing potions then.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't write great or anything, so that's
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
For 8.
And then he'll unsheath his sword and ready his shield up,
As you do so,
ready to go.
it takes a legendary action as its tail comes flying around on a 27.
Hits me.
And it bashes up against your arm, jarring it a little bit, jarring your shoulder a little bit. You can feel that there's this, like a slight imprint on your adamantine armor even from this. It hit with such force and impact. Yeah, fine.
Ow.
I don't know if adamantine can do it, but I mean, fair enough.
You also take 4 slashing damage from coming in contact with the tail.
Cool.
Alright. Iron, your turn.
Alright, well, since Belvin's out, that's my cue to go ham. I am just gonna attack it 3 times.
Okay.
With my Thunder Punch. So, I'm
I
guessing...
need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this for fear?
No.
Okay. I still have advantage from Hero's Feast.
Yep. 22, don't worry.
So 2 is hit, and I'm going to add 2d6 from the Gauntlet of Thunder and Lightning.
Okay, so the first Thunder Punch will hit. The 27 will hit as well.
It's an extra 2d6 for thunder damage.
Yep.
So total is 22 damage.
22 damage.
Yep.
Perfect. With that, at the end of its turn, it's going to take a legendary action, if that is the end of your turn.
Yeah, I'll still sort of stay in front of Belvin,
Alright.
because he's my employer.
Oop, sorry. The tail flails around again for a 30, but instead of... yeah, and you're going to take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, actually, as a bonus action, I could go from 10 hit points. On who?
Iron. On Iron.
Okay.
I am going to use a reaction to use shield.
All right. So 30 misses.
Yep.
What is your AC now? 31?
34
34, yeah. Yeah. Because of haste
because of haste and shield.
and shield. Yeah.
Wow.
It's only temporary. That's why it's high.
Yeah, okay. All right. And let's
Oh,
see.
actually, I hit him as well. He has to make concentration checks for haste.
Yes, he does. He needs to make 2.
So it's got to be 10 twice, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So he's going to.
He literally can't fail a 10 because he's got plus. Oh, wait, no, he can. He's got plus 7.
Okay, so that's him. Well, that's you. His turn.
Yeah. And he used a legendary action.
Yes, he's used his legendary action, and he's used a legendary. He's used a legendary action, and he's also used his reaction.
Okay.
All right. So, as it reels in front, it's going to take. It's going to go over towards Belvin and just go ham with the claws. Well, actually, first one. This is going to go actually. Since there's 2 of you there in front of it, it's going to go 1 for 1, 1 onto Iron, 1 onto Belvin, 1 to Iron, 1 onto Belvin.
Cool.
Sure.
Cool.
In that order, so Iron Belvin.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
So that misses me.
Yeah, that misses you. Belvin, 26.
That'll hit me.
Alright, you take 18 slashing and 6 acid. 27 on Iron, misses.
Miss.
And 26 again on Belvin.
That'll hit me.
The tail blade also comes swirling around to Belvin on a natural 1.
Luckily, you didn't roll at advantage.
Yep.
120.
As it claws against, scraping down the shield of Helm, leaving these 4 massive rake marks down around its face. The extra attack it gets from haste as well is going to apply, and it's going to make another claw attack against Belvin. For a 20. It seems off its game.
Yay!
And it's going to use its movement to leap backwards.
Sentinel, bitch.
As it leaps back, it does not provoke an attack of opportunity due to the speed it's traveling.
That seems like bullshit to me. But
Do you remember Strahd?
No.
Just a slippery vampire, though. This is a big fucking tank.
Big
Mate.
fucking tank that moves quick.
Sentinel hits you even when you disengage, mate.
Yeah.
That's why I'm calling bullshit. But that's fine. You're the DM.
But does that work on an attack of opportunity? Like, what's the intricates there?
Sentinel.
Yeah.
Provoke opportunity attacks from you even if they take the disengage action before leaving your
Sorry.
reach.
So, with that... I'm gonna say yeah. Fuck it. You do get an attack. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, that's up to you, man. I was just saying.
Yeah. No. That's...
So, like, disengage doesn't do anything. Is the main thing of Sentinel.
Yeah, Sentinel, like, even if you disengage, I can still get an opportunity attack against you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. So you can still get an attack of opportunity. So if it hits, he'll stay there. If not, he will be fine.
No.
31, that is going to hit as you draw the blade. Light does shine out across the way. And as the radiant energy of the blade does cut deep into it, it is a fiend.
Hey.
Hoi, hoi.
And, no. Oh, No.
You get extra damage on Divine Smite against
was
undead
gonna
and
s-
fiends. Get an extra D8.
So that's right. I always forget my improved Divine Smite again. So that's always a thing after every attack.
Do you get the extra D8 on improved Divine Smite against
No,
undead and fiends?
no, it's only if you Divine Smite.
Okay.
And I think, yeah, that'd be me. I'm good.
All right. So yeah, it doesn't go anywhere. Oh no, I forgot also. You see as it stands there in the acid as well. The acid is beginning to climb and reel up its legs. It's about at the thigh point now. It's traveling up in between its plate around the plate of its armor. Next up is... Oh no, where'd the Tornado go? Minerva.
Ah,
You're next.
As Belvin's just like after hitting him and keeping him there, slashing him, he's just like spits just a big thing of blood. Wipes it.
Finally got some revenge.
I'm just gonna do the same as I did last time.
Well on.
Yeah, just the. And no, I'm probably not gonna hit. No.
No.
Oh, he has to make a concentration check on his haste.
Oh, he does.
Does too, and it's one hit. So it's
30.
half of that damage.
So 43 damage it was.
So I'm just gonna make a
What's that?
21?
DC 21
21?
con save.
Oh, you bastard. Fuck you.
Of course he does.
I'm sorry.
No,
No,
but
you're not.
this guy. This guy, not you. This guy.
All right.
I just realized something as well. All his attacks on Belvin should have been disadvantage.
Is that only when the first attack is on you?
Nope. On every attack that is against a creature other than me for the next round.
All right. Cool.
That's cool. We'll remember that next time.
Remember that next time.
And I do nothing.
Wait, what? You still have your action, right?
No, I've used. I tried hitting him with my sword
Oh,
and
right.
spiritual weapon. So
Oof. Yeah, he's
Oof,
he's
ouch.
tough.
Gotta get them rolls over 10. Come on. Damn. I feel you though. Totally feel you.
Kyle's still on luck tonight.
I'm sorry.
no,
Kush
Don't
Yeah.
comes,
apologize.
Since
Stop
when?
apologizing.
he's rigged my my dice.
I'm sorry. As Kush comes landing in, his pack tactics take effect, so he gets advantage on the attack roll since a friendly ally is within 5 feet of him, and he's in within 5 feet of an ally. So he's going to get advantage. 28 and 26. So the 26 is just going to hit.
Wait.
Oof.
Oh,
Actually, no.
gosh.
26 does just hit normally. So the cold death
2
is
con saves.
2 con
12 and a 13 he's got to beat.
Oof. There's some nice cold damage on his greatsword.
Yes.
What sort of sword is it? Like, what does it look like?
So it's like the image itself. It's a very long, straight-edged blade, and then ends at a hook. It emanates frost as well.
Yeah, okay. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
As he takes
50 damage, I believe, total.
Yes. So I just deleted a number and got it completely wrong. 50 damage. Oh, why is that? That shouldn't be like that. All right. Neat.
2 con saves.
2 con saves. So what do you have to beat? 12 and 13?
12 and then the 13.
So just gets that and then just
Damn
gets
it.
that bastard.
This asshole.
So, and his speed has become 0 for the remainder of the round, correct?
Yep.
Alright, perfect.
Sentinel bitch.
It's fucking good.
Alright.
I think it was the first time it's really come into play.
In a long time.
Yeah.
It did first when I first kind of got it, but then I kept missing my sentinel attacks every time after that. Bastard.
2 shots with the oath bow, and Light doesn't know what to do. Next up, Belvin, your move.
Your move.
Ooh, start of the round again.
Start of the round.
All right. Belvin's gonna move into a position where he's opposite one side of him and maneuvers across the way. Hopefully for a flanking position. Getting him from all sides. And then Belvin is also going to cast haste on himself.
Yeah, nice.
Bam. So Belvin just starts steaming up. Starting to move real quick. And then for his extra action, he's going to attack the bastard.
Attack the beasted. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Where are we? There. 25.
25, don't worry.
Okay. There's a 28 hit.
28 does hit.
Take that. And I will hit him with a 2nd level Divine Smite.
Alright, smite on.
And he takes an extra D8 from being a fiend.
Yes.
An extra. So what's that? That's
60.
34. 29. Yeah, nice. and
Not fucking bad.
and for a bonus action, he's gonna quickly pop another potion.
Okay. At the end of your turn,
Potion junkie.
at the end of your turn, it's going to use a tail attack on you there, Iron, but 23 misses.
23 does
The
miss.
tail flails around.
Although my
right
shield's
back.
worn off at this. Actually, no, it hasn't. Not until the start of my next turn.
It's
But it still
your-
wouldn't have hit.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn.
Okay, so now I'm back to 29 AC.
Yes.
Just saying.
Just need to start pummeling from all sides.
I am going to try and do a big burst of damage to break his concentration. I'm just going to fire another lightning bolt. This time it'll be my spell save, which is 18.
Okay, you can make another wisdom saving throw for me.
Advantage because of Hero's Feast.
And it's also a +5
Oh, 26.
because you're near me.
26 because of
That's true.
Belvin.
Alright, so he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
On a 5, roll that damage.
So 8d6. 28.
28.
Okay,
Nice.
So he makes
Needs
a
to make
DC 14.
14.
Con save.
It's gonna roll a 5. Blah.
Oh. And with that, as it goes to leap back, the haste disperses and the creature just reels forward, exhausted. You just see after the lightning electrocutes it through it, it just keels over forward. You see steam begin to exhaust through its shoulders. And this acid that's going up through it slows down completely. But still takes effect as you see it begin to absorb some of the acid.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So is it stunned?
It is stunned. It keels over and
Right.
stands still because if I am not mistaken,
Yeah, when haste ends, it's stunned until the start of its next turn, I think.
Cage can't
No.
move. Can't
No.
move.
To the end of next turn.
Yep, so it misses its next turn.
Misses its next turn.
Yes,
And it
that is
can't... I don't know what the rest of it is.
when spell ends, the target can't move or take actions until after its next turn. So it still can take reactions from what I interpret on that.
Wait, so it's incapacitated.
Wait, no, if it's stunned, yeah, it's out. No,
It's
it can't.
And
incapacitated.
it
as
automatically
well.
fails strength and dex saves. So
It can't take actions or reactions.
Yes, that's correct. So it's stunned. It
Automatically
can't do anything. It's
fails.
stuck there.
to the end of next turn.
And we have advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, we had advantage because we were like flanking the shit out of him, but
But now we definitely have advantage.
yeah.
As-
It's vulnerable. And make a haste attack. Ding.
It's vulnerable.
Squeak doink.
You take 1 point of
I like
slashing
the sticky
damage.
hammer.
Yeah. Squeak.
And then, okay, I take 1 damage from my 10 hit points, and then I'll use my bonus action to restore my 10 hit points. And that's my turn.
Clever. So, with that, hey, Tyler, considered the bastard attacked. Oh, yeah, he is. So, with that, as the Black Razor armor is keeled over forward, it stands there as the acid is just being absorbed up through its legs and traveling up into its body, but the rest of it is just a smoldering heap. Even its tail, which is tipped in a curved bladed shaft, just is frozen up above it. Its claws, even the ebony purple pins of light within the helm of the armor have vanished. Minerva, make me a religion check. As you can feel,
Okay.
as you can feel something within the helm of the creature itself. There is, in this moment of stun,
26.
26. This creature is sheltering, or has an essence, another essence deep imprisoned within its tail, holding it there, and it has this same sort of warmth that you get from the light of Lathander.
Okay, so is it like the body is holding whatever in the tail prisoner or something like that, like trapped?
Yes.
Okay. In these type of situations, does Minerva know, is it best to would it be best to destroy what's holding it, I guess?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially if this is a fiendish creature. Since you've seen Belvin's smites going, just tearing through it, and you also get the sense that this is definitely a draconic fiend. This is something that's
Okay.
been completely perverted through malice, corruption, and also the influence of Tiamat.
Prisoner's likely Sir Esteval, right? Or his soul.
Pardon?
Presumably.
The prisoner is likely Sir Esteval,
Yeah.
who we came to free.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, Minerva is going to flame strike. And I can only do it at 5th level.
Destroy.
And what save is a flame strike? He's
It's a deck save.
nah, he's not stunned anymore.
He's not stunned anymore?
Because
Oh, that's
he
right.
got stunned and then it was his turn. But he has to make the save, but I just
Really?
No, he's
Yeah.
stunned.
Bullshit.
because
Okay.
he got
Oh, we're stunned.
because he got
I know,
stunned at the end of Iron's turn and then he goes
He
straight
was
after
next
Iron.
turn back.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, yeah, sweet, stunned, and then I looked at the turn order and then I was like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, that sucks.
Hmm.
I know.
Play this stupid game.
Because you play it with your friends.
So I guess would both of those miss? I just cast a lot of 13s.
Spiritual weapon is at. Actually, no, I don't know about that one. I was gonna say at advantage because we're all flanking the shit out of him. But I don't know how this.
I'm gonna say that would be an advantage, yeah, especially since you have Kush next to you with his pack tactics. So that flows onto you. But also, he rolled a 13. He rolled a 14 on his dexterity save.
Hey.
He takes 13.5 damage.
Yeah, actually, that is a lot of 13s. That's actually really creepy 13s.
Actually,
yeah.
And
at least it's not Friday.
No, okay, let's be real. My last name's Macbeth, very cursed, and I live at number 13.
No.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes sense. Damn, that damage is lower,
But it hits.
But
it's
it
some
hits.
damage.
but it's nat 1. There's a nat 1 in it.
It could have been worse.
It could have been worse, but it could have been better.
Okay, so that's really okay. So I just looked up Flame Strike. It's actually not just 4d6. It's 4d6 fire and 4d6 radiant damage. So we'll just double 13 to make 26.
Yeah, and does my
that was a bit
radiance does anything more because it's a fiend, or is that not a thing?
No.
Only if you hit with your sword. Actually, since you did hit it with your spiritual weapon, yeah.
Yeah.
So roll your sword for me.
Flame tongue?
Yes, please.
One-handed or two-handed?
Does not matter.
Advantage from pack tactics?
No, I'm just. So yeah, this is out of it. I'm just trying to get a number value from the weapon.
Okay.
So that extra little bit of radiant is the extra damage a cleric does. So it's just an extra 2d8 for your melee attacks. So I'm going to say this carryovers over onto the spiritual weapon as well, since it's a melee.
So an extra 11.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
So for 26 points of fire damage and radiant damage, and then another, let's see,
17 force.
17 force. And then the 11 radiant comes on down onto it as the radiant beam of light.
-4. He's still up.
How do you want to do it?
Oh god, I didn't actually. After not hitting it almost all. So what do I eventually hit it? What does it?
It's the spiritual weapon, actually, the axe.
Yeah, it's just an axe to the back.
Yeah.
It's just really.
Heroic victory.
As this.
Wait, am I able to chop off the tail?
Heck yeah, you are.
So she chops off the tail because she knows the tail is where that light's coming from.
The soul.
So as this divine radiant flame comes down, crashing through the cavern roof down onto the body, burning it, it's enough to singe and cause the body to convulse and react as the armor reacts to it. As the tail halts for just a second, tip of it, the blade where the soul is being held, the axe comes chopping down, and tail just goes and lands as the blade impacts into the earth in front of your feet. And it's at that moment that as the armor begins to buckle, forms of it cracks away, and you can see that bone and acid begin to flow from between the plates. It throws a slash out towards you, Minerva. It stops just before your eyes. It swings its arm around the other side towards Belvin, stopping just in front of his eyes too. You can see that the helm has the two little pins of purple light there at the moment. That then spews black bile and green acid. as a bright light begins to form in between each of the plates that shines through, creating a luminescent effect. It reels back and convulses. It kneels over and then arches its back in pain as it begins to shake and shatter. The tail that has been cut off this man begins to flail wildly as the warmth of the sun begins to envelop the room. The tail blade, still the little bit of flesh from it, wiggles and roils between it until it begins to crack and shatter away. You then see it brings its own claws in and begins to scratch at the chest and breaks it open as a shining, reflective little piece of light begins to emit out of it, and then causes its form to shatter and burst in a glorious blaze. Belvin, in that instant, you feel that you are underwater and drowning, reaching for the surface as you break it. You see that light you see that familiar light that you basked in, that rage and hatred you've carried ever since forming the pact with this weapon wash away. You feel that at that moment, this light causes the black razor armor to burst in that glory, and a calm voice echoes over through the chamber from the tail blade. Thank you all. I'm ready to return and in your debt. As the black razor armor shattered and is destroyed. The cavern begins to shake as boulders begins to fall around you, unstable from the radiant explosion and all the battle that happened up top. What do you want to do now, right now, as the roof is beginning to collapse?
I think we should evacuate.
Probably a good idea at this point.
Everyone make dexterity saving throws.
Advantage,
Because I'm host.
Oh god, I
Plus
forgot
5.
Minerva has a shield, so she's gonna put her shield up like to cover. What was it?
Dexterity saving throw. At advantage since you got your shield up.
Yay. $14.
Okay, cool. Let's see. 3d10 damage.
Can
So you're all gonna take.
Oh, did Macath fail a save? Not Macath. Minerva.
No, did not.
Okay, so she said.
She just saved.
Okay, cool.
Woo.
As 15 divided by 2, so let's say 7. Well, that's not it.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, 7. Yeah. I was gonna say it.
You round down.
As you will take 7 points of damage, but you all begin to run and make your way out and up the shaft.
I take 0 because
You take
I have
0.
Shield Master, so I can turn it to 0 if I make the save.
Me also.
Shield bros are just like bump shield.
And then that's also the same as with Minerva. So we pretty much made a shield wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But was-
We can put blight under it.
Blight's
Like a
skinny
big
enough.
metal umbrella.
Yeah. We're like a beetle now. We're like a bug.
And as you
Form the beetle.
so who grabbed the tail blade?
A Minerva, I believe.
Belvin would have.
Oh.
I imagine Belvin
Yeah.
Okay.
would have grabbed it before like Minerva would have had a chance.
Yeah. You grab the
Especially with his
tail-
haste.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The tail blade is akin to that of the Black Razor's sword.
Mhm.
But essentially this is now the end of a limb. As you all rush out of the cavern and up out of it, you then begin to see the ruins of Varagamantha begin to fall in and collapse, causing this one massive sinkhole. Varagamantha's body as well begins to sink down with this sudden inflow of water. There is a building to the side that does half collapse as this sinkhole begins to, as you're all running and getting away from it. The sinkhole does open up as you try to get as far away as possible, and a building to the side does collapse down halfway, and underneath this building you see that there is a hoard of treasure. Half of it gets sucked in down into the block, but the other half stays there as you reach the edge of the pit. And I'll just move you all to where it would be.
Treasure.
And you're all gonna get some treasure.
What was the exact terms of the contract? Like we get
You get paid.
Blight and Iron get paid. Was there also like a loot rule? I'm not sure. I can't remember.
You didn't ask about the fine print of the.
I can't remember. I can't remember if it was just like, okay, this is your flat pay.
Flat pay, and then we'll see how it goes from here.
So,
I remember there was something.
Belvin's a pretty generous person, so.
I remember there was something though that we sort of negotiated on the fly.
Yeah, if there
It's
was-
like this. If
there
we're
was
doing
another
extra
dragon,
things.
If it was
Oh
another
yeah,
dragon.
that's right. Yep, yep. That's right.
so in treasure, I'm just going to say,
Technically, there was, mate.
so Blight looks over to the treasure and basically goes, I'm gonna take my pay now. Belvin, you know you do have a ritual to perform.
Yep. I still have something I need to do here. If you will stay with me till then, I will let everyone here loot what they want, I guess. Just make sure you leave enough evenly for each person who came. Doesn't faze me too much about this loot. It's not what I came for.
We
Same.
should still
You
keep
two
our
can
guard up.
take as much as you want.
Belvin's gonna walk over to a spot that he deems would be suitable, and he'll just
Yeah,
he'll
Minerva
just grab
will also come over.
he'll just grab his sword and just mutter under his breath a prayer to Helm, and then he'll just like stick the sword into the ground, close his eyes, and then you just start seeing radiant light starting to surround him and slowly start getting bigger and bigger. So I'm gonna start casting the Hallow spell.
All right.
Actually, Minerva will take 1 gem.
Minerva takes 1 gem. While
Then there's 15.
there's the preparation.
Fine,
of-
Minerva will take 2 gems to make it even.
While
I'm
there's
just trying to-
While there's the
Okay.
preparation of the Hallow spell, Iron and Blight count a total of the remaining treasure. It turns out to be 15,000 gold pieces, 1,800 platinum bars worth 1,800 platinum, and 16 gems, each worth 1,000 gold piece each. There's a lot of money there.
So everyone gets 360 platinum.
Yeah, but in platinum,
Dividing it
1,800
evenly.
in platinum bars, right?
1,800 platinum.
Yeah.
Basically.
So what's a bar worth though?
Bar is worth 100, so it's 18 bars.
So
Kush,
there's 18 bars.
Kush puts his hand up and goes, "No, I'm good."
Okay.
But Belvin's literally letting these guys. He just
Yeah.
trusts them to organize this while he's doing this spell. 24 hours this will have to go on for, so. Casting time of Hallow.
So,
Iron just takes his share.
Iron takes his share. Kush goes on patrol. And Blight also takes her share while also going and making sure the area is secure. Minerva and Belvin.
Mm.
In the preparation of the spell and the undertaking of the casting, the two of you, if you could just pop the spell up for me, Brad. the two of you work together after the sun sets, and you set the herbs, the oils, and an incense out as it begins to swirl and take place around the weapon. Your prayer, basically in the entire 24 hours goes by as you're just there in full focus. You do get some cramps through your muscles and just being in such a state. But
Minerva would be used to. Minerva's been practicing meditations and
oh yes, and especially as an elf as well. This is
performing like this is.
Belvin will probably take a point of exhaustion afterwards.
Yeah.
More than likely.
You can take a point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
And as you can give some of the casting time over to Minerva and channel a focus back and forth between each other, so you can actually stand up and use the restroom.
No, Belvin just solely focuses on completing this.
Solely focus then. Okay.
Yeah.
Afterwards, at the completing of the casting, the blade splits, cracks into two. You see that a golden light emanates between the two cracks that then condenses into one little bead that floats up towards the shielding light. It looks like a little bit of you've seen souls before in your time of the dead.
Yep.
Even as the
Been there many a times.
oh yeah, it's like a little bit of like a spotlight on the top of the water, and it just ripples there as it floats. What do you do with this little bead of light that's just floating up, rippling, exerting this little small amount of heat and warmth around this area?
Ooh. I don't know, I had to do something with his soul. I figured his soul would just...
Well, just in that moment.
He'll look up at it and be like, want to make this right. I'm going to make sure you come back. For the people that need you.
As you do so, the light comes over towards you and merges into the shielding light. The sword is warm to the touch now. It now glows in more divine radiant energy. You feel that you can channel such light and such radiance, such warmth into the blade and into its true vessel. As your time of the ritual is complete, you then see that the remains of the broken tail blade begins to melt away, become nothing but an ichor, and then smolders and burns and becomes fumes that then just out of existence, burns away.
Afterwards, Belvin just kind of takes like sweat on his brow and just like heavy breaths, feeling pretty tired. Takes the sword out, sheaths it back in. It's like, I'll have time to rest later. I think it is time we
Belvin?
moved on from here.
You need to rest.
I will. I don't want to rest here though. I still have some ground to cover.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I've gone days without rest before.
That's not healthy, and that does not give me faith.
When a need like this arises, it just has to be done sometimes. I don't like to make it a habit, just as much as anybody. I do like to sleep. But I definitely would like to try to get away from this place.
I agree. With the dragon gone, this place will be
It's hard to,
teeming with activity soon.
yeah. And this whole place in general, even when we get out of here, is not safe. So let's just be extra careful still.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and just thank you all for accompanying me in this. You all have helped me greatly, and I don't know if I can thank you enough.
You just be sure to take care of your sister when you meet her again. I don't think I'll blend in too well with your alliance down in the south regions. I'm gonna head north after this.
Stay in touch.
I intend to.
I plan to do something for my sister still, and I will let you know when I do.
Blight leans over. Where will your path take you to next, Serpentel?
Well, once we get back to Waterdeep, I plan to stay with the man that I just saved until he is recovered, and then we'll probably move to the front lines to join the war.
You will need to see your brothers.
I'm sure they've got things covered on their end.
Belvin, they're not doing so well.
Says who?
Especially your brother.
I'll make sure to contact him once I get back to Waterdeep.
Please do.
Alrighty. I will.
With that,
Right. Let's go.
with that, you travel to the edge of the swamp, following the same precautions you took beforehand to the edge.
Mhm.
And you
Belvin's gonna just use the last 16 hit points from his lay on hands just to top himself up a little bit.
Yeah.
Just for the travel,
No, of course.
just in case.
Roll initiative. No, nothing happens. So, as you begin to take your leave from the swamp, you do go back to the roadside ruins, upon which your horses still stay. You can summon your horse and be your Pegasar, Kayla, and be on your way. So you all travel back down to Waterdeep for the next 2 days. Over the course of the next 2 days.
Cool.
Upon returning to Waterdeep, Blight wishes you all farewell, and she's going to go get a drink at the tavern.
I'm sure we've been paid.
Assuming you've been paid.
Yes. As soon as we get back, we'll get the gold offered to Blight and Iron.
How much was it?
20,000
wasn't
gold, yeah. Pretty sure it was.
So good
Alright.
payday.
Mm-hmm.
it? Thank you for your business.
Belvin will just go in for a handshake for Iron.
Just look down, just like kind of
You're just-
awkward.
You just strong arm shake him. It's been an absolute pleasure, Iron. I do wish you all great fortune to find your people.
Mm.
And just for what you did for me, just know if you ever need aid at all, feel free to call me.
I as well. Any Church of Lathander, just mention my name.
Very well. If you have any further work, feel free to contact me.
Will do. Who knows? With stuff that's happening and what's to come, you might be hearing from me soonish. Sooner rather than later. You'd be a strong ally to have.
Keep doing that.
Farewell. And you walk off.
Taps his
Minerva-
boots and flies off into the distance.
Minerva and Belvin, you are left to carry out the next task. The remains of Sir Istival lay still on the front lines in Secomba. Now it's just a matter of getting there.
Yeah. Okay.
How long's Belvin been gone from the battle that happened at Scomba? Like, how much time's passed?
4
And
weeks.
would they have left his? They wouldn't have left his body there, right?
Yeah.
His body is in
order-
general gentle repose. At the moment, the clerics are under instruction to keep it where it is.
That's Scomba. Okay.
That's a combo. This is
Right, yeah.
after you've all taken it over.
Yep. Right here. Okay. I will try to contact. Man, that cleric we know. What's her name?
Cleric of Bahamut.
Yeah, I'm forgetting her name too.
What's her name?
NPC number 37.
NPC
cleric that-
37.
The cleric that brought Ikram back to life.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it now. Why can't I remember it? Oh, this is
Because there's 1,000 other NPCs.
Yes, that is correct. Hold on, I got it here. No, I don't.
No, I don't have it in any of the things either. Oh, I can't.
Ella.
That's it.
It's Ella.
I will contact Ella. Ella, it's Belvin Serpenthelm. I have completed the task in freeing Sir Istival's soul. If you're available, meet me at his body in Secomba.
After a couple of minutes, you receive a reply. By Bahamut's grace, I've been waiting. Contact your friends in the Harpers. They will send you to Secomba. Fortunately, the old teleportation circle still functions. Hurry.
Right here. Belvin will make his way to the Harper Guild.
Yep, so you know where Remilia Haven Street
Remilia.
is. She's excited to see you again. When you tell the nature of it, she goes, "Oh yes, absolutely." She invites you in. You actually go past a couple of officials that you saw on the first time that you were at. The first council meeting, which include Delamark. Not Delamark.
That was on the council.
Yeah, that was on the council. You see that there's Lariel Silverhand there, the one who succeeded the Golden Neverember. You also see there is an old acquaintance, Dallas Slimmerhealth, and they both greet you happy tidings, but see the rush that Remilia is in. you basically just get a brief glimpse as these ladies are having a high tea and they're gone. As you're in the next room with Minerva, teleportation circle, and you are bamfed away to the fields. Greeting you at the fields is the paladin Ella. She's
Paladin.
the cleric.
Oh, I was gonna say, is it paladin? Oh, for sure she was a cleric.
Yes, the cleric. The cleric. Apologies. She says to you, hurry, there's not a minute to spare. As she takes you and leads you and Minerva through the clergy.
Sorry, when she first appeared, she was like on the table, like as a little figure.
I know, I couldn't. There was nothing we could do about it.
We have no time to waste.
No time to haste.
Jumps off the table.
How much fall damage would they take? Is it relative to their size?
It would have to be.
It'd have to.
So, like, gnomes take extra fall damage,
Yeah, they've got further to fall.
but they're lighter.
Oh, so you have to calculate the rate of fall.
Exactly.
That's it.
Physics.
Istavils remains with the Order of the Gauntlet. As you return to the riverside town, it still shows the battle-torn ruins. Slowly becoming reorganized, but like most of the troops, the large force that had gathered here has left to march on Lork, with a few Daggerford guards and knights of the Gauntlet behind to keep and make the peace. If you walk into the medical tent, the body still lays in a gentle repose. Clerics and doctors are taken away at your arrival.
I bet you Belvin's kind of walking around with like actually no, he wouldn't be hiding himself. He'd just have his helmet tucked under one arm, his other hand on his sword. Hasn't like properly changed out of his armor, so he still has like his dents and scratches and everything from the battles he was in.
I think before we go into this next section, we might just have a quick little break and go to the bathroom, but we will be right back and see what happens afterwards for the resurrection and redemption of Belvin Selbenham. So, till then, bear with us, friends, foes, and familiars, because I just really need to use the bathroom. I was going to push through, but it's a dumb idea. So we'll be right back.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. We are back. Hello. So, we're with Ella, the cleric of Bahamut, who has greeted Belvin and Minerva in the clergy tent. We're currently doctors and clerics currently take care of the sick and the wounded still, who are recovering from the Battle of Succumba still. There is a bit of shock to the sight of Belvin as he comes in proud, looking strong. There is a knight there. You recognize Belvin, who draws his sword instantly and goes, "You!"
Minerva will go in front and draw her sword. Go. Don't even think about it.
With his sword drawn, he looks at you and goes, "But
I understand,
he's the
but
one."
there was, and he is the one who is going to bring him back, if you let him and don't cut off his head. Understood?
Make a persuasion or intimidation check at advantage.
Intimidation, because that's what she's trying to do. If my sheet ever loads.
And it is at advantage.
I have no intimidation. Actually, can I go persuasion?
You can do whatever you like, yeah.
Yay!
Oh. Like, your sword lit up in a blaze when you drew it. And yeah, with that, he just slowly backs down. He's just, I just saw it all happen. I can't innately trust.
I understand. But I will also let you know that was not him. Okay? Trust me, if anything happens, I'll be the first one to point my sword at him. And she'll sheath her sword.
He sheaths his and plops it back in. Stands over to the side and pulls back on the tent flap, allowing you deeper into the more private section of the medical tent.
Minerva will walk in first.
Minerva works in first. And
if Belvin allows her, because...
You see a propped up field bed with incense and his armor, his shattered Dragon Slayer sword, along with the medallion of Lathander that he always held, along with his walking stick beside his body. His body's been well tended to, though it does look like it's been put on ice through the gentle repose.
I don't know if there's like a bless like a hand symbol or anything she can do to like. I don't know.
What would Evelyn do?
Oh, what does Evelyn do? There is a praise the sun type of thing she does, but I can't remember. I can't remember.
Like, praise the sun?
No, it is not a full praise the sun. Minerva
Praise the
walks along.
sun.
His arms up, just bask in the warm light that is Lathander.
Like, praise the sun, cast sunlight in the room.
Yeah, I can't. She does something. I just can't. I think it was this. I think her prayer or her symbol was this. Because it definitely wasn't hands together. So I guess Minerva will mutter a slight blessing to like Lathander and stuff. And yeah. And then walk in and then.
Was it like this? Like,
No, it's like that. It's like two hand. It's that. I'm positive.
Yeah, like that.
They're not touching.
Oh, they're not touching. All right.
They're not
Okay.
touching.
Just, yep.
Yeah.
So, Belvin, you do see that the body is there. The eyes are closed. He is basically wearing just some really nice robes, being well taken care of. There is incense burning around. Again, very pleasant aroma to the room as well. What do? You have a whole bunch of clerics, doctors, and knights looking and watching as you've entered in.
He'll just, I only just recently came back from a quest to relinquish Sir Istival's soul from the evil that trapped it, from the evil that took control of me as its vessel to slay him. I'm not going to say I wasn't responsible in a way for this happening, but I took it onto myself to make sure I've rectified the wrong that I did. So I ask upon you today to revive Sir Istival and allow me to aid you in bringing his soul back.
Alright. With that, the resurrection ritual will need to be cast. Minerva?
Oh, yeah. Resurrection, yep. I do have that.
Oh, hey, Pale Lord. Hello. Alright, so as you hold out that diamond that you collected from the ruins.
No, she wouldn't have used that.
Oh, okay.
Those the jewels she picked up were for a completely different reason. She would have grabbed a
Yes.
diamond.
The necessary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood. So I need Belvin to make a resurrection check in the way that you are going to. Would you like to use persuasion for that little spiel you made, or would you like to use religion? Or
Yes.
What would you like to use?
Well, I mean, that was just the spiel for the room,
Okay.
not for the ritual.
So, all right then. So as the diamond begins to glow with the radiance of the sun, as the magics are channeled through Minerva's connection with Lathander, then connects to the Sidestory, draws a line of light up and through the diamond that even goes through the tent roof on this rainy morning.
Belvin, you said the soul kind of went in through his shield, didn't it?
Into his sword.
Belvin's sword. Yep.
Yes.
Belvin will unsheath his sword and just kind of lay it on above him and just kind of pretty much shine it over his body and just close his eyes. So, Estival, I'm sorry for what I did for you, or did to you, but these people still need you, and I wish to be the reason you come back, because the impact you seem to have on people is what I wish to strive to myself. So, please, return and shed light to the people who look up to you.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Nice.
At the end of that speech, there is a small little bit of bead of light that drifts up from the blade, from the section of the crossguard with the crest in it, as it rises up. A small little bead of reflective light that raises up out of it, and then slowly descends back down, and then just vanishes. You see the flicker of the paladin's eyes as they then open. He groans. Took you long enough, boy. Help me up.
He'll grab his arm and help him up as gently as he can. He knows how weak he'll be feeling.
Yeah, you see he instantly puts his hand up on his clavicle where the black razor blade first initially pierced his shoulder. Yes. That was not fun. Minerva, Lady Minerva, it's really good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. Very good.
The light of the Lathander shines upon you evermore these days.
I think it was mainly shining over you. I mean, ugh. Minerva will just kind of sit. I assume she had like a chair to do this. She'll just sit back. Ugh. Does resurrecting someone, does that bring him back to full health just with the minus or stuff? Or...
Yeah, it comes back with -4 penalty to attack rolls, saving throws, but yeah, pretty much.
But he comes back at full health, so there's no need for me to heal him or anything. Because I don't think it says.
Yeah, it
Doesn't say otherwise.
So yeah, I'm going to say full health, but he is at
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, he's at full strength, but he's just a bit weak. He's just... Glad you're here, Minerva. Glad you're here, Ella. Belvin. Your voice. Black Razor. I shouldn't have made those weapons.
Yes, well,
My
we've both made mistakes in that aspect, but
I vied for power when in my glory in my youth, and that was a mistake. When I wasn't able to hold the power, and it was lost to the world, I was very worried about the implications that could come. But then when I saw you held the Dread Wall, and then eventually became a dragonoid form, to then have the Great Sword as well, I thought that you were enough to withstand it, do right by my wrongs, but...
Well, I think the thing I did wrong was I thought that too. I thought I was strong enough to withstand the darkness that I felt in these items, but I realize now it was quite foolish of me to keep those. And leading up to this point wasn't the best course of action, but I think the end result can be a positive one. Now, and for good, Black Razor is gone.
Yes. Gone for good. With him, that essence of dread is taken alongside him. Minerva and Belvin, make me a religion check.
Religion!
19.
I will admit, religion, to me, it baffles me that religion is an intelligence check. I'm just saying. Still baffles me.
You are not very studious. You did not pay attention during choir.
It's like a memorization thing.
Yeah.
It's like history.
Yeah. But it's just funny that generally the religious characters aren't intelligence based. So it's just like...
Yeah, they're wisdom based.
Yeah.
But wisdom's like not knowledge.
Yeah, I know, that's why I think it's funny at the same time. You know?
Alright.
But I still rolled a 19. That's, you know.
Minerva. You have heard word about the dragon masks and their connection to Tiamat. You did feel that there was some... When the Black Razor armor was disintegrated, that malice and that aura, that connection it made to Tiamat was also dispersed and destroyed as well. Where this source of Tiamat's influence or power, fiendish capabilities even came from into a mortal creature such as Black Razor, the ancient black dragon, you're not entirely sure. Somehow channeled its malice through that divine influence of Tiamat to basically become more powerful.
I mean, it's like a cleric or like a warlock almost, or anything connected to a god, right? Would that be what Minerva would?
Yeah, like it was basically essentially channeling energy from one source of a god.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that information.
Do you know what you say to that? Get wrecked, Tiamat.
Yeah, I assume Belvin would kind of know that. Or make that assumption.
I would like to think so as well.
With that, so Isabel stands there. There's a round of applause. There's handshakes being given out. and there is then a rush that comes through the tent as Lady Morwen comes through as well, alongside a babbling and debating Omphar Throom. The both of them just in mid-conversation, well, mid-argument, just going, just where the heck, why would you be running away with such haste during the middle of a discussion? Because, you fool, there's commotion and word is spread. Oh, Istival. As Lady Morwen just stares directly at Belvin and Sir Istival. And even as Omphar Throom comes in, his bellowing, his rowdiness just disappears, and he drops his helm that's in his hand on the ground. Just, nephew, Istival. He scowls at you, Belvin, and comes on over, gives you a big hug, and just, I'm so glad you're back.
I'm glad to be back. I'm sorry I had to leave with such haste. I just felt I needed this to get done.
Of course. Have you seen your friends yet? Your brother?
I have not.
You might want to hurry to the front lines then. We are set to be there in the next 2 days. The final battle is here, Belvin, and this war can be over before we push forward.
And where is he?
Say again?
Where is Sandstorm? Is he at the front lines right now?
I don't know. But they have word to move to the front. They're vital at this point. Lariel's had been in talks with Casimir. And she's given him a second chance.
I will spend the day here. And I will contact them tomorrow.
Of course.
I need to, if I'm going to be hastily going to the front lines, I want to do a couple repairs to my armor.
The battle begins at dawn, boy. I don't think you have the time.
I thought you said there was 2 days!
Yeah, one day. Yeah, it's today and then it's tomorrow.
Oh,
I got that right.
What? Well, I wouldn't have said that then.
Well, let's rewind. Anyway. No, I wouldn't.
I've totally lost what to do now.
Let's roll the 2 days. He goes, that's probably the best course of action. We only have such limited supplies here at the moment.
I should be able to make do.
Of course. We'll try to provide you with everything we can. And with that, Belvin's preparation.
Belvin's just gonna work on their dings and stuff in his armor. And he's also going to ask Minerva if she could do something for him.
Mm-hmm.
If it's all right with you, I was hoping. I know you're decent with a blade. I'm thinking of cutting this mop of hair and trimming this beard. Kind of reform the look a little bit.
You're talking to a wife of a dwarven lady. This is my bread and butter.
I felt right to ask you then.
Depends.
Yes.
If you were doing some minor work, blacksmithing, and she'll show the 2 gems. My wife will get mad at me if I don't come back with something. Dwarven royalty, gems and anything. I'm sure you've had a lover once.
Yes.
Just something, anything.
I'll see what I can do. I'm sure I can make something.
Yeah, the noble would be fine to cut and trim his beard.
Mm-hmm.
The cutting and trimming the beard of Belvin Sepot Helm. The camera then pans from the end, pans out from the side tail that is Serpent Helm. Travel across the country towards Lork to a small tent in the middle of a ruined keep. Alongside a ravine. Alongside a river, I mean. Escorted by Amalia into the tent. Casimir. You can feel shimmering of magic in the room. The air around you. As if passing beyond the magical field. The small tent holds in it a huge chamber akin to that to the council halls of Waterdeep. Before you, you are surrounded by advisors and deputies, and beyond them is the open lord of Waterdeep, Lady Lariel Silverhand.
Lady Larry.
Oh, Casimir, wonderful. Thank you for attending. She claps her hand. And she claps her hands, and they all begin to abruptly leave the room. Each of them begins to individually give her praise and thanks, and then turn to Casimir, and she gracefully walks over. She's wearing a midnight blue gown with puffy shoulders, long sleeves, lots of frills on it as well. Her hair is that of silver. She walks over, holds her hand out towards you.
Kaz will go along with it and bow and kiss her hand, I guess.
She takes her hand back.
It's a formality.
Yeah. It's a good formality. She then turns away from you and gracefully walks over to a study where you see 3 tomes lie open on various spell pages. She carefully turns a few of the pages in silence as the last of the noble advisors finally exit after the formalities. She sighs, spins around and leans heavily on the book, trying to keep every noble in their night happy. They could send a mage to their grave. I'm not gonna lie, Casimir, you've piqued my interest. And I've lived quite a few lives. Have you ever considered working for the States? Most graduates of Candlekeep, you see, they either continue as professors and researchers, or they take on roles across the Alliance and its territories. That or adventure like yourself, acting on their own drive for instruction and knowledge, and holding the soul of a divine entity is certainly one way to access the divine die.
I must admit, I've been quite preoccupied as of late, what with the cult and Riverguard. But occasionally I do have thoughts of the future.
I'm glad you're sticking your current priorities to the present, to be brutally honest, in this hard time. Tell me, what do you intend to do once you've reached that goal? You've destroyed the cult.
I'm afraid I don't believe I'll reveal this. It'll be much more interesting for both of us, I believe. In a good way.
I've had fears of why we're succeeding so far. In the calling, there were thousands of dragons. Yet through this battle, we've only seen a handful. Even those of Bahamut's children have yet to act. She looks to the side. They must be in talks. Their king of justice is strong and hot-tempered, though his distaste for us lesser beings has led to his reclusive tendency, waiting for the right moment to strike for a killing blow, or doing nothing at all and enduring the fate to come like his predecessor, Lareth.
The lack of the dragon's presence has bothered me too, and I believe it would be wise not to expect their aid. We should prepare for the worst.
After this war is won, we aim to drive right for the heart, after a quick recovery of our forces, for the final attack on the cult. We haven't pinpointed the location, but we do know from the reports it is to the southeast.
Do we had intel on the
You just got the map from
That's
the dragons there.
Well, fortunately, we happened upon some key intel in the lair of Sharax. Kaz would just sort of wave his hand over the table and recreate the map that he saw.
I heard word that you had ventured into the old Seer's lair. We know they've been hiding somewhere around the Sunset Mountains. We just have to defend our people until that time is ready. I'd like to
Well, now
place... Yes?
No, please continue.
I'd like to place a great amount of trust in Riverguard. Between bringing the Arcane Brotherhood to the front lines and to assist us through this aid, all the way into retrieving and the succession of the recapture of Sakomba. It's a very delicate situation we're dealing with here politically. Considering at a moment's notice, any force could pull out and hold up to the best they can and cower. We're taking a brave stance by following a small group. Despite what the rumors have spread since Sakomba, no victory is easily achieved.
We must do all we can to maintain a high morale. Fear if any significant faction split off, it would lead to a chain reaction, which may doom us all.
Indeed. That's why it's paramount that this operation succeeds. As soon as I'd like you to use every necessary force possible. By that, I mean everything. I'm talking about that dragon under Riverguard. I'm talking about everything that cube of yours has installed with it. Tell me, will you focus on Sharax? How will you drive her out?
As long as the armies of the Lord's Alliance can keep the Iron Circle busy, I believe we can sneak in unnoticed and strike at sharks directly.
Then I have full confidence that you will. There is an echo, you see. I've heard a great tale of, and she gestures to the cube, a glyph that was written by your current associate and mentor and caretaker. His first glyph before his last.
Is she talking about Tosin?
No, she's talking about Rasarath. The crew.
Oh, right. To be honest, I've studied this artifact for many years, but I still do not fully understand all its intricacies. It pertains a will of its own, in a sense.
What does its will tell you? What does it want?
It does not behave like a sentient artifact. I'm sure you know of. It's subtle. Sometimes it reveals things, and others it stays dormant.
Then I feel that it will come to pass when it must. But until then, I do wish you the best. We have a very delicate, like I said, we have a very delicate situation at the moment. And I have been diving into Dumanancy at this time. The operation and control of space and time ever since the dragons from beyond the void decimated parts of this world for the masks.
If you ever need any assistance with such magics, I'd be happy to assist.
She gets off the tome she's leaning on and closes it up and says, there are a few in here. And that you see the cube kind of spark up. It's like, ooh, time? Interesting. But there is also magics from beyond time in the void. My sources tell me that one of the professors of the Arcane Brotherhood took their leave alongside with the Cult of the Dragon at your meeting. He was a
Wait,
master
who's that?
Wrath.
Oh,
The guy had got away.
yep. He is not a friendly associate, though we've had an encounter in the past. It's unfortunate that he did get away.
Indeed. Hopefully, you'll be able to correct that.
I intend to.
Wonderful. You may take your leave now. There are still many issues to deal with before the morning comes and the battle begins. You can return back to Waterdeep or return back to the front lines with your friends.
I will act as I see fit for the benefit of all.
Wonderful.
We will not fail.
I have high expectations of you. If you succeed in this, you could even become in the running for Archmage of Waterdeep. But that's a story. Question for another time.
My lady. I guess we'll leave.
Just exiting the tent, you stand before Lork. You can see it over from the crest of the hill that you currently stand on. you've made your way, the rest of your party, to the front lines on the eve of the beginning of the battle, with full teleportation access back and forth through to Riverguard from this location. The battle begins at the next dawn. You will say where you currently are. You're surrounded by tens of thousands of Alliance soldiers, with tens of thousands more beyond in the city of Lork, protected by a magical dome with one single weak point marked in a blue line to sneak through the northern walls directly to the castle. So long as that south tower is destroyed. And with that, we'll end our session. A little preview into it. It's gonna get brutal.
Shit's about to go down.
Shit's about to go down as we go back to our full story next episode, with episode 106, the Battle of Lork. And there will be some little bits and pieces to pick up on. But I've been Dragons of Cats, and this has been a wonderful session. Thank you so much, everyone, for sticking around, and thank you so much, Viridian Knight, for the subs. That means all your true characters in the campaign all get 3 inspo die.
Woo!
Yep.
But what does that mean for me?
Belvin gets 3 inspo die.
No.
Also, in that note, Belvin also gains another level.
Hey.
So Belvin's 14 now as well.
No, Belvin's 15.
Still Belvin is 15,
What
bitches.
the fuck?
Get fucking wrecked.
This some bullshit.
Yeah. Get fucking wrecked. Okay, so. Wait, no, it's all good.
No, Belvin will not be playable through the Arc of Lork.
No. That's what I was gonna tell you. Like,
Yeah.
Belvin plans on accompanying Sir Istival to the front lines, like protecting him, so he can rally the troops and stuff.
Oh yeah, he would need that protection as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because he'll be super weak still.
Meanwhile, our party acts as a strike force to go up against the entire brains of the operation, alongside with any asset you want to use alongside you, where you've been deemed necessary to do so, because it will take everything you have to get through it. Considering that there are 3 walls of defense, all with ballistas, there is a magical tower that creates a barrier around the city. But more to that to come next session on Dragon's Brew D&D.
Arifatis is part of this battle as well.
Yeah.
Or... Okay. Cool.
So you two can have. We'll start next session off with a cool conversation between Arifatis and McCaff, I think.
Cool.
And if everyone else wants to have a little conversation, that can happen too. But until then, friends, foes, and familiars, I'm Dragons of Cats. This is Dragons Brew D&D. You can catch me on Tall School's channel in like 6-7 hours at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, let's just say it. 6 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. There you go.
And it's 10 o'clock now, so do math.
Do math. Quick math.
Add 8 hours.
2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Keep rolling 20s. Love you all. Till then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.